Okay, Brenda back with, well, let's see, we'll call this the cutting guide for birthday party in a box. So this would be the second video in a little series, doing the videos again, as I said, so that they go with the written tutorial. So I'm going to get right to it. I've set my timer. Supplies needed, 5 or 6 folders. I like the big ones as opposed to the shorter ones. I get more out of this one, obviously. We use these at my office. I'm a realtor. Lots of legal size documents, so recycling, love that. You can use whatever you want for this. I really like the consistency, the thickness, the weight of a file folder. And then by the time you add designer paper to both sides, you've really got a sturdy thing. So anyway, there's file folders, and let's get right to it. You need about, I say about 5 of the big ones. A pretty paper pack, your favorite adhesive, or got my glider, and a bow for the top, because it is a present, and you need some kind of something along these lines for the top of the cake. Unless you're going with something flowery and stuff like that. I mean, you could totally change the theme on this cake. It doesn't have to be birthday. And so you gotta have something for the top of the cake inside. And let's see, and a hot glue gun. You need hot glue gun for putting the lid together so that it holds really good, because it gets a good workout, the lid does. And for the cake, you need the hot glue gun to put the cake together. So those are your supplies, and this is how the cutting guide goes. Now, I've made the whole point in doing this video is to go with the written instructions that I have done for download. So let's see. Let's start with the box. Okay. So this is the box, and what it consists of, to remember to be fast. 10 minutes goes by so fast. Okay, this box is made out of 4 pieces. This is a 6 by 6 square, cut on the fold, so it's 12 by 6. If you're using paper, just cut a 6 by 12 and score it in the middle. So you need 4 of these, and you obviously you overlap the bottom piece. I use score tape, attach them down, and the other 2 there. And you come up with a piece looking like this. Okay, for the lid, the top, it's an 8 by 8 piece. This part is 6 1/8 by 6 1/8 in dimension. So it's 1/8 larger than the box is. The box is a 6 by 6, and the lid is 1/8 larger. If you get it any larger than that, it will be too loose, and if you did it 6 by 6, it'd be too tight. So you just need it to be a little looser. You do it 6 1/8, and then by the time you add paper to this and to this, that's eaten up some of that room, and it fits on there just right. And you don't want this part of the box to be too big. You don't want it to be like, it matters how wide this part is. It becomes difficult to get the box top on and off as you're holding up the sides. So you'll see what I mean when you actually have to put the lid on. So you start out with an 8 by 8 piece, and you find your center, and you measure out 3 1/2 on each side of the center for a total, on all 4 sides, for a total of 6 1/8 as your measurement. So there's the pieces for the box and the lid. Okay. So now we have, now that's what you do with your folders. Now we have the papers cut for the inside and the outside of the box and the flaps. So this is going to be the inside of, let's see, what do we start with here? Okay, so the outside of the box is 4 pieces. I cut everything 1/8 under the actual measurement. So my box pieces are 6 by 6, and I cut these pieces at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. So it's just a hair under, and it leaves a little bit of this showing, which I like because it matches with my paper. If I didn't like the way it looked, I would ink these pieces around the edges. You know, something like that around the edges before I put my paper on and attach it all together. But I'm not inking this one. So, okay, so for the outside of the box, I'm using the this beautiful right here. And for the lid of the box and the bottom, I'm using this pretty pink. I'm layering these 2 colors up on the top of the lid, and this is going to be the side. So that's my lid. So let's see, box top, you have 1 8 by 8, that's the folder. Then you have 2 6 by 6. So these pieces are actually 6 by 6 because, not these, the lid pieces are actually 6 by 6 because your lid is 6 1/8. I cut everything 1/8 under. I hope that made sense. Okay, side pieces, all the side pieces inside and out are 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and the lid is 6 by 6. Okay, the side pieces are it's 7/8. Okay, let's see, and for the inside is exactly the same, 6 by 6, and the small pieces are 7/8. Okay, for the inside of the box, 5 pieces and a piece for the 4 flaps and a piece for the bottom would be 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Again, these are for the flaps that are 6 by 6. We cut it 1/8 under. Okay, for the flaps, I cut my flaps from an extra folder, my scraps. I cut it on the fold again. It's 3 1/2 by 5, and I do 4 flaps, 1 for each flap of the box, obviously. And so you get 3 pictures per flap, plus you make it a pocketing, and we're going to put a few tags in. So you'll have a picture for the cover, you open that flap up, and you'll have 2 more opportunities for pictures. So we have a total of 12 pattern paper cut for flaps. We've got the 4 flaps. Oop, I thought I heard my beeper go off. So we have, that means my time's almost up. Okay, we have 12, and these are cut at 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and come back with the cake because I don't want to run out. I'll be back.